Karibu sana. If you are one of us, welcome back. That is, if you're a frequenter, which is not a word, but I had to use it. Today we will talk about some income generating projects you can have while you're still in campus. I'm very specific to campus because I'm thinking you have a lot of time at your disposal. That is, if the course you're taking is not very heavy, and also because sometimes we graduate, or rather most of us graduate from campus and not sure where to start, what to do with our lives after that. And if you're like me, you don't want to go back to the village, then this might be a good one to give you some insights on where to start and how this will benefit you, one or the other. Now, it's worth noting that I know people who've done some of these projects and they've ended up not working even after graduating because they took them up as full-time jobs or created businesses out of them. Alright, let me dive in. My first one is getting a part-time job. Now, I have a short story. I hope to make it really short about how I got a part-time job and it got me my first job after graduation. Now, these stories we never tell them. We just want to tell you take up a part-time job. But let me tell you this one. So I wasn't very keen on taking up these jobs in campus, honestly. I had friends. I was in School of Education, so I had friends who were working part-time teachers, were making the money at the end of the month. They were, volunteers, some others, but I wasn't keen on it until when I got to my third or fourth year, and I was called by a publishing house through a friend to go and help out with some books, publishing some books, editing. And I remember I went, but I really complained about the pay. I worked from Friday to Monday, a whole weekend, and I got paid, I think, 2,500 shillings. It's very little money, honestly, but little did I know that this would be a great avenue to my first job. So when I did this, and we finished, and I went back to school, finished my course, and after graduating in September, they called me in January and they were like, bring in your CV and we have an opening for you. So I took my CV knowing very well that I had no experience with anything. The only experience I had in this case was the 1 weekend or two I had helped them edit the books and my attachments, which didn't really count back then. So I carried my CV, took it, and I got myself the job. Now, what's the moral of this story? Part-time jobs might get you connections that you wouldn't have otherwise gotten if you didn't take them up. If you work in a restaurant as a waiter, you might meet someone who might open a great door for you once you've graduated, or even while still in campus. You might meet people who will help you move up the ladder after graduation. You create connections through these interactions part-time. You also get to have experience. If, for example, people who are teaching while in campus, they got experience that they would not have otherwise gotten while if they were not teaching, and this boosted their chances of actually getting a job after graduation. And even if it didn't boost the chance, then after graduation some of them kept the jobs, they were absorbed in as full-time teachers, and they could make some money and stay in the city, unlike some of us who really wanted to stay but we didn't have the money to do that, or a source of income to do that. So please take up a part-time job if you can while in campus. It doesn't matter what, you just never know where you're gonna meet someone who's gonna change your life, or where you're gonna meet you're gonna gain that experience that might change your life from part-time job. Very keen, my number one. And then my number two, overrated, has been talked about over and over again, but I've seen it work in people's lives, is online writing. Personally, I was nudged while in campus. Do this, all you need is a laptop, I think. Yeah, most campuses have Wi-Fi. I was nudged by my friends, take up an online writing job, and I tried, but it didn't work out for me. So if you think it can work out for you, The reason it didn't work out for me, by the way, worth clarifying, is because I wasn't that much interested. I thought it was time consuming, and I could edit books, so I think I could write those things really well, but I just didn't want to go through the research and everything that comes with it. But if it's something you can actually do, please do it. I'm saying this because I saw it sustain a lot of people in campus. People could afford living outside campus, paying rent, buying food, and having a lavish life, which most of us, the rest of us, could not afford back then. So if you can pursue an online writing job, please do. You never know, it might turn out so well. Yes, I've had stories of people who've made companies who are living really well from this. And I think at some point you become a boss and you get to employ people to do it for you. You buy an account or something. So just find out more about it and see what you can do for it to help you, for it to be that stone that you need for that additional income or that income that you need. Number 3, very common nowadays. We don't really want to tell people about it, but it's something, if I knew when I was in campus I had all the time, I had all the energy, I would have started it back then. Starting a YouTube channel. There's something you really love, there's something you really want to do, showcase it. I know of a friend, they started dancing the other year, and right now they have a following. Well, I don't have the details of the account, but you can clearly see that the account is really growing. They are in campus, they started it as a group, but how we wish they had individually started this channel. Like, you never know where your door might open from. So if you can start a YouTube channel, and you never know, by the time you graduate you might not really need a job after all. And something else that I really wish I did while in campus was blogging. I love writing stories and I love telling stories. Explains why my videos are usually so long and I talk a lot. So I wish I blogged about something I loved. It could be anything. By the way, when you're blogging, you just need find a niche, find something you really love and blog about it. Write articles about it, write anything about it. You never know, you might get your way into a newspaper or something. Blogging is something else you can do, and I'm talking about people who really have time in campus. I know some people, their courses are really so intense, it's not easy to have the time, but there are some courses where you can actually make the time, some of the things. Yeah. And finally, this one will help you through your life, is nurture a hobby. Oh yes, I say nurture a hobby. Now, when you write your CV, there's a section for hobbies, and most people don't even bother writing. You just say, oh, dancing, walking, but your employer will want a hobby that can help them in the organization. So nurture a hobby. This is your time. If you're saying your hobby is dancing, then dance. Conduct Zumba lessons in your school. Do what are they called? The dance workouts. I've forgotten the name. Do those if you can. If your hobby is craft, this is your time to not be crafty. Get anything in the school, make crafts out of it. If your hobby is to be, I don't know, but this is your time to nurture a hobby. You will get a job eventually, and when you get a job, they will need you to use your hobby. Even if they won't need you to use your hobby, trust me, working for someone is intense. You will need something to come home to. You will need something to come home and do to help you relax, to help you cool off. So please nurture a hobby. This could be something you actually do a YouTube channel about. It could be something you blog about. Get yourself a hobby and follow it through. Make it grow. And you never know, your hobby might end up becoming a source of income when you get out here. It's not necessarily a source of income when you're in campus, but you never know, it might be the channel. It might be while doing that hobby that you realize, I can actually make money by doing this, and you go ahead and make your money. So yes, those are, I think, 5 ways you can make some money while still in campus or fresh after graduation, but I'd advise you to actually start while you're still in campus, so that by the time you're done with your 3-4 years, then it's already stable enough to get you an income to sustain you in the first few months or first few years as you look for a job. Okay, if you think of any more, please share them with us. We would love to share them with the world. If you have something I've missed out, if you have an experience, by the way, I love telling people this works and backing it up with an actual story that works. So if you have an experience with any of these things that I've shared and you'd like to share it, please comment in the comment section or reach out and we'll see what we can do with that. Otherwise, thank you very much for having us, for having me, and yes, subscribe if you haven't, and